Singer's famous for making many of the best toy and miniature sewing machines. This 1960s Sew Handy 50D is an excellent example. Its sewing head is identical to the hand-cranked Sew Handy 40K, except that it's motor-driven. It even has the hole for the 40's hand crank, though in the case of the 50, it's been filled in with a plug. There are two on switches. This knob turns on the motor, whereas this lever acts like a clutch to engage the motor to the machine. The reason for separating these two actions is that the motor is so weak, in many cases, it's sluggish getting both it and the machine running at the same time. Starting the motor first allows it to build up enough momentum to kickstart the machine into action. The machine's drive wheel rotates away from the sewer. The Sew Handy uses an oscillating hook to create a chain stitch. It's similar to the Raymond chain stitch system. There's a link in the description to a video that shows the two different ways of making chain stitches. What's unique about the Sew Handy system is that the hook actually bends the needle slightly outward. What this means is that in time the needle can take on a permanent outward bend that can cause the machine to start skipping stitches. If this happens, the easiest fix is to replace the needle. The Sew Handy is supposed to use a 24x3 needle, which unfortunately no one makes anymore. Oregon makes 24x1 needles, which work just as well. The only thing is that the scarf on a 24x1 is on the wrong side. So instead of putting the needle in with the flat side facing to the left, you want to put these in with the flat side facing to the right. I prefer the 75 size. It's a little thinner than the 90, and because the needle is bent outward during the sewing action, this seems to work a little bit better. To thread, feed the thread through this guide, between the two tensioning discs, up through this guide, up to the take-up arm, and then down to the needle, threading it from left to right. This is your tension adjust. It should be set tight enough so that the bottom stitch lays flat, but not so tight that the stitching causes the material to pucker. When storing a Sew Handy, make sure that the needle bar is all the way up. If left down, over time the constant outward bend on the needle may cause it to take on a permanent bend. Sew Handies are tough, durable machines whose almost all metal construction ensures that they'll last many decades. One issue adults may have with them is that the small harp opening is a little tight for grown-up hands. But other than that, they're great little machines and make an interesting addition to any sewing machine collection. My next video will be about an 1880 Wanzer A sewing machine. Until then, thanks for watching.